Oh, we stay up, you and I on the phone talking late. We talk about our recent Netflix and A&E favorites. We talk about how the world around us has changed since we were young. We talk about the nice things that have happened and the difficult parts. Now I've grown to where I depend on you, like how in the morning I hear the train going ooh, like how I hear the wind going, and the cars on the highway going. And when I'm in town, dinner with my girlfriend, and coming home from my tours to a big fat cozy bed. Oh, we're getting older, aren't we? Next you know I'll be calling you from a 55 plus community, thinking I definitely didn't pass up the opportunity to tackle life with the tireless tenacity. Yesterday was one of your kids' birthdays. She's 12 and I remember when she was just a baby. She looked like a sack of white flour with legs and arms. And my girlfriend at the time said, oh my God, I love that little one. We were both in our late 30s then. We were both getting around so easily. And you were married then, and I was with Emily. And that all changed, but everyone involved moved on happily. I remember my childhood room with its fluorescent posters and a black light. And I'd burn candles and incense all night. But Dad would say, Mom, you're gonna burn the house down. I thought he was paranoid then, but I fully understand him now. Your room was so much different than mine. It had an extra window and much more sunshine. And your walls were painted very light shade, soft blue and yellow, like an Easter egg. Yesterday, 5 people were murdered at the Fort Lauderdale airport. By mass murder, these things are daily news reports. On New Year's Eve, a mass murder in Turkey, while me and my girlfriend were sleeping in California peacefully. I'm nervous they're gonna send a nuclear bomb into the sky, directed at us while we're asleep and take us by surprise. If that happens and my life flashes before my eyes, I hope that my beautiful love is sleeping beside me. And if the sirens go off and it's time for the world to say goodbye, many memories will quickly flash through my mind. The ones that are the dearest to me, like our night talks, I always think of them fondly. And if for some reason your life goes before mine, know that our night talks meant everything. I'll be 50 at the end of January, and our night talks are what I look forward to most throughout my day. I don't want our night talks to ever go away. In my hotel where the band is staying, I'm off to Zurich, but what I'd give to not get on that plane. Woke to the sound of birds calling and a woman watering her oleanders in the garden, and the maid scooting her tray around the echoey hall. I just want to stay in a Porto today, that's all. When I'm here, there's a sense of calm. People living day to day and enjoying the moment. Tonight we found a cozy place. We listened to Portuguese guitars and we ate steak and bacala and Caldo Verde. Then we went and got gelato and drank iced lattes. And the fans have always shown me love, and so my friends Vasco, Miguel, and Nadia and Mana. I can't complain, I get to visit every year. Last night my driver said my music brought him to tears. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, oh, oh. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal, oh, oh. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal, oh, oh. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal, oh, oh. I love Portugal. Was listening to Mahavishnu's Let's Dance as I drifted off into a rare afternoon nap. Yesterday one shot in Minnesota and one in Baton Rouge, and then a retaliation in Dallas. Someone shot and killed 5 cops, and the cops killed that sniper with a robot. But all is peaceful here at the Secola Hotel in the Bonfim neighborhood of Porto. Now I'm on my way to Zurich, sitting at gate 35. TAP, operated by Swiss Airlines. I miss my quiet day in Porto, sleeping in, listening to the sound of the many birds singing. The shoe store that I wanted to shop in was closed, and man, it pissed me off. Cause we drove by twice on the way to sound check and on the way back from the show that night. I'm gonna return someday, you know, and buy me a home looking over the river in a Porto. The river in a Porto. Get me a plate of melon and prosciutto, some grilled sardines, a cup of coffee, and a bowl of gazpacho. The USA can't pull the guns from the tropics. It's the country I live in can't get a grip on gun control. If we're gonna live with a president who's a huge fucking asshole, then believe me, baby, I'm buying me a home in Portugal. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, where the people don't walk around, they just stroll. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, where the people go to bars and relax. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal, where I feel at peace from my head to my toes. I love Portugal, I love Portugal. In particular, I love the city of Porto. I love Portugal. At the Rathaus Room 301 in Zurich, brunch show canceled tonight due to violence and a bunch of crazy other shit. It's found its way into the venue. I'm not gonna sing about it, I'm just gonna read the statement from the promoter to you. Dear Mom, dear all, it's sun-killed moon. I have really bad news. We're deeply afraid to see ourselves in circumstances and unfortunately urge us to have to cancel the sun-killed moon show at Dockstock, right Shula Burn. The open space in front of our house at right Shula Burn is causing increasing troubles with violence and sexism, organized drug dealing. In the past years and months and weeks, as a sign we decided to shut down the place and its ongoing activities for a while, at least 10 days or maybe longer, and find a way of how to deal with our society's problem. Erupting in front of our house, creating a rather explosive atmosphere at times in front of our house. We're very sorry that due to this reaction, the show with sun-killed moon will have to be canceled, as we're in general forced into this temporary shutdown. Apologies for any inconvenience for you. I know your band just got into town. Of course, we're gonna pay a full guaranteed fee, as well as covering hotel for 12, 7, 16. All tickets will be reimbursed or can be used to see your show tonight in Zurich. We strongly hope you reschedule your concert in Bern next time you're touring in Europe. Right Shula remains closed until further notice. Again, my deepest apologies, but it's totally out of my control. Let me know if you need any more info. Sincerely, your promoter at Breathing Hole. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, and it's sparkling. I love estuary. I love Portugal, I love Portugal. And when I'm dead, I want some of my ashes spread there and skip the Hail Mary. I love Portugal, I love Portugal. We're gonna go back next year and find that same shoe store. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal. I know it's somewhere between that venue and the Fnac bookstore. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal. It doesn't have a goddamn thing to do with football. I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal, I love Portugal. I laid my head in your lap, and we flew, and we flew, and we got to their mother's house. We took the kids' room, painted pink and white, and robin's egg blue. And the kids spent a few nights at their dad's, and one night they shared their mother's room. We slept a lot of the day on Friday. We slept a lot of the day on Saturday. We slept a lot of the day on Sunday too, 'cause after all it's been a busy year for me, and with the kids you're always busy too. We spent some time looking out the small window of the room into the backyard at the lovely winter view. The dead trees coated with soft white snow, in the neighbor's yard with a permanently parked turquoise blue fishing boat. One day we gathered in the living room to play Scrabble. I asked your daughter, what is it that she wants to be when she gets older? She said there are so many things, so many things. Right now she loves anything to do with astronomy. I said, when I was your age, I knew exactly what I wanted to be. She said, well, what is that? And I said, a songbird flying from tree to tree to tree to tree to tree. She said, is that what you are? And I said, yeah, I write songs and I fly around the world and sing. And she said, well, when you fly home, could you please write and sing a song for me? My father sat at the piano and taught the littlest one how to play a scale in the key of C. When they were done, I asked my father to share his earliest memory. He said the news of his brother dying at Pearl Harbor, and he asked, "What is mine?" I said, "Hearing the news of the Watergate scandal." He said, "Ah, you must have been around 5. And as the adults talked about colonoscopies and stents in arteries and cholesterol medications, suddenly we looked around and we lost the children. Off to the rooms in their own little worlds, doing whatever it is the children get into, while us old people talked about old boring people, things like Trump banning flights into the United States, and we watched dumb TV series like Eugene Levy's Schitt's Creek. And my God, my dad snores pretty loud when he falls asleep. I remember listening to this old people crap through the walls when I was young, and I know someday the kids will be sharing their earliest memories long after I'm gone. And I put my coat, my hat, my gloves on, finished a cup of oolong tea. And I opened the door and everybody said, "Where are you going?" My God, Mark, it's freezing. And I walked down the road along the frozen cornfields, and these words came to me. Astronomy, I wish I knew more about astronomy, but I'm old and my mind is occupied with other things, like my expenses for 2016, how a friend died at 60 and another one at 53. Astronomy, you're into that, it makes a lot of sense to me. If this planet ain't your cup of tea, I gotta say that also makes a lot of sense to me. Somebody asked you if you think there's life on other planets, and you excitedly said, "Yes, there's gotta be." You said it so convincingly, and I never thought about it much before, but thanks to your conviction, with you now I completely agree. Astronomy, I asked, well, did you ever see the movie Apollo 13? You said, no, what's it about? And I said, a disrupted voyage to the moon, starring Tom Hanks and Gary Sinise. You looked down, I could tell I didn't win any points with you for that. You don't care about old people movies with Bill Paxton or Tom Hanks. Astronomy, 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 astronomy. Who knows, maybe you're gonna have a career in astronomy. Maybe one day you'll share your earliest memory with your family. Maybe it's one of your sister being born when you were 3. And as I walked along the road, the snowflakes landed on my cheeks. I wrote the song for you, it's called Astronomy. And I came back from my walk, I said, have you ever seen the movie Alien? Your mom said, no, she's too young for that, Mark, it's too disturbing. I said, what about my favorite movie when I was a kid, The Planet of the Apes? And you just looked down the ground with that really bored look on your face. Astronomy, astronomy. Next time I see you, I'm gonna ask you to tell me what you know about astronomy. Astronomy, astronomy. Next time I see you, I'm gonna ask you to tell me a few things that you know about astronomy. Because obviously I don't know nothing about astronomy. There's 10,000 people living in this
at a county picnic. She gave him her smile. He put his hands behind his back. He was quiet for a while. Oh, no one saw. Look at her as she walked on down the road. He was a boy, now he's old. Pretty little flowers, pretty little flowers growing round the rain. No one ever notices except one comes to say all the grass from growing up and strangling her name. Pretty little flowers, who's to blame? There's a woman in this town who knew them both quite well. She has said repeatedly that there's nothing left to tell. Oh, and the dawn is coming on, and she has no sleep. She puts her head in her hands and she weeps. She It's 4 in the morning, the end of December. I'm writing it out to see if you're better. New York is cold, but I like where I'm living. There's music on Clinton Street all through the evening. I hear that you're building your little house deep in the desert. You're living for nothing now. I hope you're keeping some kind of record. Yes, and Jane came by with the lock of your hair. She said that you gave it to her that night that you planned to go clear. last time we saw you, you looked so much older. Your famous blue raincoat was torn at the shoulder. You've been to the station to meet every train. You came home without Lily Marlene. And you treated my woman to a flake of your life. And when she came back, she was nobody's wife. Well, I see you there with the rose in your teeth. One more thin gypsy thief. Well, I see that Jane's still awake. She sends her regard. Mark Kozelek on piano, everybody. Mark Oh, what can I tell you? My brother, my killer. What can I possibly say? I guess that I miss you. I guess I forgive you. I'm glad you stood in my way. And if you ever come by here for Jane or for me, well, your enemy is sleeping and his woman is now free. Yes, and thanks for the trouble you took from her eyes. I thought it was there for good, so I never tried. And Jane came by with the lock of your hair. She said that you gave it to her that night that you planned to go clear. Sincerely, L. Cohen. Rest in peace, Leonard Cohen. Thank you, San Francisco.